All right, so welcome back. Hope you're having a fabulous day here today. So I wanted to talk about this little thing here because it's been a little bit, right? And after the recent release of units, I'm telling you now, if some people skipped some of the recent ones, damn, you were put in a nice little spiral abyss and you're just falling down straight, right? Not saying Mael. Okay, other units. That's not what I hear today. Got a little bit of a list that I compiled just to say, yeah, if you skip these units, NETMABLE really went out of the way to say, you're dead now, Chief, right? It's pretty funny, but sad at the same time. So I don't know. It's to each their own. I don't know. As usual, to start off our list, we got Freya. For massive reasons, this is a great character that literally now, okay, and when I was watching the stream, we originally like announced that, oh, guess what? Yeah, she is a demonic beast unit. Bro, what happened? She was originally not a demonic beast unit, clearly, and then all of a sudden, she became the Nidhogg beast unit. Bro, listen, the amount of people that were raging in my chat during that was pretty crazy. And this relic like significantly makes the boss so much easier and so much better. But people skipped this because she wasn't a must-have for the reason that you needed her for the demonic beast. She was just needed for other reasons, right? So like things changed, and it definitely became one of the funniest units in history where like this wasn't demonic beast unit. It wasn't, fam, and they turned it into a demonic beast unit with one relic. Though I'm really angry the relic became this way. I wanted to see her get revived in PvP, but hey, I can't win in that capacity. But the relic now makes it where basically it's like a goddess thing, and you can actually run a goddess team properly. And Mael has to be used also. Now, not only did they make her a reason, like if you skipped it, you kind of suck. They also, not this one. They also made this, right? So this works so well. Yes, it's not needed. I saw it clear without it, actually, but it's so much easier with it, so you need Mael, right? So if you want to clear Nidhogg, actually, with this relic, you have to use this relic and Mael, and there you go. Also, and in the future, I'm going to tell this now, that they'll make us regret not summoning for this if you skipped it. I summoned for the Grace, okay? That Grace is really useful in a lot of content, because you use Sariel's Grace on one character, you use Mael's Grace on another character, and then if you're using Escanor or anybody else, just use crit chance, like an association. Mainly I'm talking about Escanor, because Merlin's association is like 10 out of 10. So, with it, it's just, this is a great Grace, and if you do skip it, it's gonna suck, but maybe in the future you pull it. It's a light unit. They'll always make you regret not summoning for light units, but it's also for Nidhogg. It's also great. Yes, Goddess team isn't too great, people want to always say, but Nidhogg, a PvE content, is super easy with this unit. We don't know in the future if the demonic beast unit purely wipes out this team's existence, so you don't actually need this team, or if it creates a new team. We don't know what's gonna happen with that, so we'll see like in the future where they go down that route. But these are two characters that, yeah, you 100% they made you regret this one for the relic. This one you're going to regret, I'm guessing, if you skip the Grace and all that. But let's see what happens in the future. Maybe it doesn't. I'm just gonna say it does. A quick old unit that I wanted to mention. If you skip this unit and people still suffer from this till this day, yeah, I skipped this unit. Okay, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I don't get the gems for it, and I got it later on, luckily. And if I didn't, listen, it would be pure hell. This unit will make so much of your content like a breeze in comparison. So if you did skip Freya, it still sucks. Not like you can't get by, but PvE content is not the same when you run without him. He makes your life so much easier, okay? So keep that in mind. That is definitely one that I wanted to include. Now, really quickly, okay? I had comments. I was on that stream when Escanor was originally announced. He's like, oh, everyone was like, oh, listen, the end of year is going to be better. The end of year is what you need to save for. Screw Escanor. End of year will counter him and put him to shame. People skip this unit, and till this day, I will always laugh at anybody that skipped it. He is literally like insane in everything. And if you did skip him, you've taken the huge L of the century. Not only if you did skip him, right? So people did start the game late. When Purg Meliodas dropped, it was more hyped, because people, whenever Meliodas is like advertised, there is more hype on him than there is Escanor. Sadly, that is true. But more people picked up the game when Purg Meliodas did drop. So what happened was they missed out on Escanor, and Escanor really is a kind of staple in every piece of content almost, to where if you did skip him, it does suck. But people were forced to skip him because they didn't play the game at the time. But people that did skip him and had a chance to summon for him, you're stupid in your own way. But still, outstanding unit. Till this day, if you like later on, we haven't gotten a rerun of him. He only recently dropped, so I can't say much there. But when he does drop again, gotta pick him up. Gotta get dupes for him, do whatever. This is gonna be the biggest L tier account if you don't have it. And then again, Meliodas also. Demon Team revive, PvE pretty good, PvP mainly an absolute slaughter. So realize now that some of these units you kind of see, like they just release back to back in a way, minus Freya, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. The other ones that I do have aren't really back to back, but I will talk about them also. So if you look at it, these units, they really did say, hey, you skipped any of these. So already, these two are major festivals back to back. That happened, right? This was in the middle, which is a demonic beast unit, which shouldn't have been. That's there. They're probably going to make another demonic beast unit at the end of this month, which is the actual unit. And let's say if that works with this unit, imagine you need both this unit and that unit to formulate a team. That will be the biggest L of the century. I could see it happening though, sadly. But Mael also, which you need to go and beat the team, like the beast. Like this is a team, so you see what they did there. But next up, okay, might be a hot take here, but I also skipped this, and this one hurts me. I did skip Brawler Bond. Okay, did not have the gems. He released at a very bad time where I could not get him. Okay, what time did he release? I'll tell you right now. But I had to skip him, and I did regret it for a very long time until I pulled him, which I think was on Melly's banner. Is when I pulled him. Yeah, he released right before Yorm, and I had to summon for Yorm. I did skip this, but I wanted to save for the collab, which was right after. So I had to summon for this. This was right after, and then this was, yeah, so I had to skip. Regardless of anything, I had to skip. And yeah, it was a 250 banner. It was probably better for me to go and summon then. But I'm telling you now, Bon is literally an outstanding bench unit for every team, for Final Boss, for every piece of content. He is super helpful, so in the future, hopefully you can pick him up if you did skip him. Now, another unit that I personally was able to get my hands onto very early, Tarmiel, and only because of the ticket gacha, and he got added after 3 months. Finally got my hands on him. Listen, so if you have dupes of this, listen, you're in a very better state. I got a 2-6 or 3-6 Tarmiel, which still sucks, but in the future, if they do drop a banner unit like this, like an SSR ticket one, I don't think they're ever going to put him on the banner, actually. Like, look at Chandler and Cusack. They're still not there. Though they aren't too great, like in comparison to Tarmiel, they haven't been added. So I don't know in the future what they're going to do there, but it literally remain non-existent to that banner. So keep that in mind. This one might be another controversial take, but if you skipped this Merlin, definitely you were not able to annoy everyone the way they've annoyed you. Yes, Attack Seal is the most annoying team to ever deal with. Yes, now we have Goddess team that can cleanse right away. So you've been seeing a little bit less of the attack disable team because, you know, you get a buff from Margaret, which a cleanse also, which is super helpful. But still, this was really apparent, and they actually, toxically enough, did formulate a like Melly plus Merlin team, and that team was super freaking annoying to deal with because you get dissolved from one, you get dissolved from her, and it was just endless pain and suffering. So literally, this unit will always be my most hated unit in the entire game. Nothing will ever hate, like, no, I will never hate anyone equally. Maybe Blue Liz, but yeah, maybe Blue Liz. You know what? Maybe there is actually two. Yeah, there's two units I hate more than anything. Yeah, Merlin, Blue Liz can suck it. Okay, equal hatred will be applied to both of them. But there's a bunch of other characters that I did want to kind of include here. Yeah, King. No. There are like recent banners. If you look at it, some of them were pretty much skips. I saw like a thing in my comment section, right, saying that we've just had must summon after must summon. But you have to realize also that you went through the end of year, which that's usually the case, where you have a really good banner back to back with a really good banner. That was the case. Yes, Freya was in the middle, but you could have skipped her. Kind of, no, but still you could have skipped her. Hopefully the Demonic Beast unit will allow you to like repent for your mistake. But Mael, he's a festival. Usually you don't skip festivals because they're always the better unit of the bunch. But the rest of the other characters I recently got were easy skips. Remember, King, Mono, those were like the easiest skips of the world. Like you did not need to summon for them at all. Before that, you had another unit which was a skip, which is a Valenti, which is in between Escanor, right? That was also a skip. You did not need that unit. Danafor Liz, you did not need that unit. So there were some skips here that allowed you to save up and get ready for the next ones. And there's been plenty of gem logins. Like people were telling me, oh, there's no shot you summon for this, and where's it? Mael, back to back. Listen, if you properly play the game and you actually do the login and all the dailies and stuff, you had more than enough. This banner gave you 300 gems. This banner gave you 300 gems. This login gave you 200 gems, right? So you're already at one festival banner for free, correct? Now, dailies on top of that for 3 freaking months is another banner covered. Correct? Now, you just had to formulate gems for this one, which if you saved properly and didn't summon on everything beforehand, you were good to go. I stupidly went for this because I like it, and I got early. Because I got it early, I was able to save and actually pull from Mael, which I did get early, so go ahead and hate on me for that one, but yeah, that's what happened. So, still overall, these are some of the units that, yes, like people most likely hate themselves for skipping right now. There's plenty more that I didn't want to include. I'm just doing the ones that are most recent, minus Freya, and and this one, but still, and the other one, but still, yeah, that's really it. Just a quick video to talk about this stuff and get it out there. Hopefully, if you did skip Freya and Mael, hopefully Nidhogg is still able to be cleared with the Demonic Beast unit, and that still can formulate a pretty easy team, minus those two. So hopefully that is the case. Peace out and enjoy. That's been it for me. Thank you again for watching, and yeah.